Hey guys, it's Kathy from Maryland. How's everyone doing? I miss everyone. I feel like it's been a long time since I've launched a video. I'm working on a new, really fun project you'll be seeing soon, and I just couldn't get it done. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do for a while. I downloaded these cute little vintage 4th of July type photos from SweetPeaCuriosities on Etsy, and I think these are the real thing. I don't think these are AI, because when you look at their outfits, they're very authentic and the time period looks right. They are just adorable. And you know, not all of them are I guess most of the kids have stripes on, but most of them are black and white. You could use these for just in some other journaling pages as well. They're just really, really cute, and I love them. And as you know, in America, we have 4th of July coming up, and I just thought it might be fun. I've been wanting to play around with these, and so I'm going to do a couple different things with them. The first thing I'm going to do is I've been wanting to try this thing that Gayle Agostinelli does. She calls it stack and whack, and she makes tags out of them and different various things, and it's kind of a really fun little project, so I thought we would try it. So I've chosen the ones I want to do. I've inked them already. I've put a little cello tape on there, and I have some stamps picked out, and I just thought this would be really fun. So what the concept is that the size of your base and the size of the paper have to be exactly the same. So these are 3.5 by 4.5, and my papers are 3.5 by 4.5. I've got 6 different kind of coordinating complementary colors anyway papers, and I've got 6 cardstock. I've been using up this cool manila folder coffee dyed paper that I had, and I thought this would be a good project for it, and I'm just making journal cards basically out of them. So same size, so then what you do, okay, so we're going to just clip these in a few different places, and of course I've got these big huge paper clips. I wish I had some smaller ones, but I don't. Let's start with 3. Okay, I guess we'll do it like this first of all. Try to keep them as lined up as good as you can. And the paper that I chose was pretty thin because we're going to tear these, so I didn't want any scrapbook paper that was really thick. So they're pretty lined up. I mean, this is not a perfect science, so there's no way to get these perfect. So let's go ahead and kind of tear a little bit irregular. There's our first little stack. I'm going to tear that again. We're going to put those like that. Okay, and let's move that. And then let's see, we'll do one in the middle. All right, tear that, and then this one will get torn. Maybe like that's pretty cool. All right, so there we go. So now we've got our little pile of 6 and our 6 cards. So I hope I get this right. So what we're going to do is we are going to next lay out our cards. We're going to keep all those little bundles nice together like that. Come on, Kathy, get it together. Let's lay out our cards. 2, 4, 6. They almost, yeah, they kind of make it in the camera. That works. Okay. And then what you do, which is cool. Okay, so we're going to take the first stack, and we're going to go up in the corner We're just gonna plop them down in the same spot. Then we're going to take the second stack and we're going to start with the second one. So it changes the pattern and just gives you like an instant collage. Isn't that fun? That's going to go there. Oh, I've been wanting to try this. And then we'll start with the third one. I had to review one of her videos to remember how to do this. You always think, oh, that can't be so hard. And then you go to do it and you're like, okay, what did she do again? So here we go. Fun, right? Do this one. I think we're back up top, aren't we? Yeah, because we're back up here. We have that one. It seems like, because I don't want that right under that. Is it going to mess it up if I do this? We're going to find out. See, I've already messed it up. Now I think we're okay, because I like those in the opposite corners. Yeah, I do like that. Okay. And then we would go, so I started there, then I would go this one. Okay. I probably didn't do something right, but that's okay. I think they're cute. Oh, I like it. Okay. So then we're going to glue them down. I am not going to ink around these, however. I will ink around the outside of the card because most of this is going to be covered up with my little picture too. There's that. All right, let's, oops. Let's start with this one. So we'll just put these off to the side like so. And then I'm going to use this 3-in-1 glue because it has a little bit of wiggle time, even though the smell is horrible. Let's just get some of that on there. And then you just have to get those on there pretty quick. So yeah, it's just kind of a fun putting a puzzle back together, sort of, right? Oh, I think this 3-in-1 glue is good for this. Oh, look, there's a little separation. What did I do wrong? Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. That's fine. Oh, I like it. I don't know what happened here. Was that, oh, it was supposed to come over more. Let's see if we can move that over a little. I think we can. A little bit, right? I'll just trim that edge up. How about that? Oh, yeah. Cute. Okay, next. I'm just speeding up the video a little bit and we'll do the rest of the cards with a voiceover. I love this project. Let me say that right off the bat. This 3-in-1 glue works perfectly because you've got a little wiggle room. And I mean, I didn't try my glitter glue. I just know that it grabs on a lot quicker. So yeah. And don't you love how the colors just go together and then every card is different? So, I mean, I think for a project like you want to make a batch of tags for a journal or maybe some backdrops for birthday cards or whatever, this is like the perfect thing because they're not exactly the same, but they coordinate with each other. I'm so happy with how these came out. So happy. So just trimming up the edges a little bit. Not a whole lot of trim. Yep. Love, love, love. And I think it's going to be a really nice base for those little vintage portraits of those children. So I need to ink all the edges. I decided to use scorched timber since the portraits are so dark. I thought that would be nice to just kind of replicate that dark border around that. I am going to sew these as well, so I thought I would ink them first. So let's just figure out, I kind of thought, well, each one I'll pick out a card. They're pretty much all the same. Some of the portraits had a little red and white and blue on them, so I was just gonna maybe place those on cards a little bit more carefully than the other ones, but they're pretty much, these all went beautifully on whichever backdrop I had. And I just, again, I'm sorry guys, I know I'm like a one pony show here with the cello tape, but I love that stuff on vintage portraits. Oh my gosh, it's just great. It just adds a little authentic touch to that. Yeah. We usually go to the beach for 4th of July because I love watching the fireworks from the beach. And depending on where you are, sometimes you can see them from a couple of different towns. So we'll head down to the Eastern Shore for 4th of July. And we usually have a cookout and, you know, the whole thing. And it's just a lot of fun. All right, so I printed up, I didn't show you when I showed you this digital, there was 3 different sizes. So there's the large, the medium, and then there's also small strips that would be really fun to do a little belly band with or a little tuck spot, but I didn't use those in this project. So I'm just cutting down a little bit of coffee dyed folio paper here for my last couple. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love that one. Oh, so I decided for this to just use a stamp. This is from Global Land, and I'm using that Arctic VersaFine Clear ink. It's a darker blue. It's really nice. So I'm really just going to stamp around the periphery. I don't need to do the whole thing because she covers most of it. So just to add a little backdrop. I don't know. To be honest, it might have just been easier to go over the whole thing. I don't know what I was thinking now that I'm watching this, because it would have been like 2 stamps instead of like 10, and re-inking. Oh, sometimes I crack myself up, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Just about done. Now I'm just turning it which way ever and filling in some voids there, which is perfectly fine. Okay, we'll get this inked up and get her glued on. I was just kind of thinking if there was anything else I wanted to do to that, and I decided no, probably just going to put a stamp on her. And these didn't need a whole lot. They're just so beautiful, and I really wanted the vintage portraits to be the focal point. So I've sewed around all of them with black thread. back will be blank for journaling space. I kind of toyed with the idea of putting the stamp on the back and maybe doing a little, the postage stamp, and then maybe stamping a little, so I played with that idea a little bit. But I decided that no, I think we just want to leave the back blank. So I pulled out a whole bunch of really cute stamps from my stash, but they all really were too big for those small journal cards. Just putting in a little punch in the top, slot punch, and we'll use this Euro punch for the larger card, which I liked. I put a little lace and ribbon through one. I wanted to see what that looked like, and I just love it. Just a quick little tie on the top, no bow, and I'm just very happy with that. I'm just using this Portobello ink by VersaFine Clear, just so it wasn't super dark. So she can get a big stamp, but the rest of them need a smaller stamp. So love this project. The beauty of it is that you can put any focal point you want. I love that stack and whack type concept with the ripping of the paper. I will be doing that again. That was very fun. It's like an instant collage, and I love the outcome. It's just so cute. I had thought of cutting some wildflowers with some cardstock and adding one of those to the side of that. That would have been pretty in white, just a white wildflower. I still might do it. I bought this cigar box of chocked full of stamps at this flea market, and I love them. I'm just looking for some blue and red and maybe some brownish type stamps, and I found some better stamps. So I'm just going to get a stamp on each one of those. All right, let's get some lace and crinkle ribbon on the top of these. That bolt of lace, I bought white, and I was staining some paper with coffee stain, and I just threw a whole bunch of that lace in there. It came out really good. I was happy about that. I liked the color. Yeah, just kind of a loose knot. These are just cute. It would be fun actually to do like a journal pages actually with the same thing, with the stack and whack as a background. Say you had some digitals left from your a digital download packet, you could just do the same thing and make a couple of collage type pages out of those digitals for a couple journal pages. I think that'd be really cute. All right, I just want to put a little postmark on the ones that didn't get a postmark. These are just about finished. It's super fun and easy and can be used in so many different ways. Whatever holidays you're celebrating this summer, just going on vacation, enjoy yourself. And yeah, I think she could be my favorite with that little dress on. Oh, I just love that. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. Bye.